These things are all the rage. Finger spinners. If you've never seen them before, they just kind of go round and round and round. They're beautifully balanced with fantastic bearings, and you can really feel the gyroscopic G-force kind of thing in there, but let's not talk about it, let's draw it. So what we have is we got sort of a Y shape there with this circular bit in the middle, and they're all the same kind of diameter basically. So what I'm going to do is start by drawing an ellipse in the middle. And that needs to have a thickness to it as well. So coming away from that, it's going to be this kind of Y shape. And it's not too far away. You want to have very, very similar kind of shape like that. Same distance. We want a very similar kind of shape again. And then coming down here, not too far, we want this similar shape down below. It can maybe be slightly bigger if you want it to be, because we have that kind of perspective thing going on. Oh, I think that's a bit too much. So I'm talking too much rather than concentrating on the drawing. So what we want then is the plastic section. We'll want to come around quite tight to the bearing section there. But then this will get much wider and further apart. So it's pretty equal there, and then the distance here gets wider apart. Kind of like that. And we'll want to sort of come in a bit. And again, we'll do the similar kind of thing here. Like that. And then here, this wants to swing out. And again, it wants to be much deeper. And then come in again. Like that. And in fact, this is going to sort of mark the middle kind of moulding seam around like that, and this will come out around like that. Put a line across the middle of each of one of these, across in the middle, just so that you know where you are, and they should be on the same level as well now I think about it. And then I'm going to draw these ellipses. Now I might add that I'm not trying to draw a photograph. This is a kind of a freehand illustration. I'm not trying to make it look perfect. I always feel that if you want it to look absolutely perfect, take a photograph. In terms of an illustration, just free your mind up and just don't worry about if it's not perfect. It really doesn't matter. So here I'm going to do these central. These are the kind of holes in the middle. Oh, I haven't done this one yet. And then we're going to have just follow all the way around inline like that, and then here we're going to do the same outline. You see, it's not perfect. In fact, when I drew the first one, the paper runkled up underneath me, kind of went like that, and that's why it's not perfect. But do I start and do it all over again? No, I'm going to just keep going. I think that's kind of one thing with drawing. You can sort of make a little mistake and you think, oh, that's it, it's ruined. But if you just keep drawing, eventually the whole thing just magically kind of pulls together. And in the end, it looks great. So now we're going to draw this. That's sort of coming around there like that. We want that deeper there, and then it's sort of coming to there, so bring that around like that, and then this around like that. Now here I'm going to bring that up and around, so this is kind of like the moulding seam along the edge, and again here I'm going to bring that around so it becomes like the moulding seam around the edge again, and then we're going to get the moulding seam will be about there, and then I'm going to kind of let it fade out like that. When you're sure the ink is dry, you can erase those pencil lines. And to speed things up, I'm going to use my brush pen to kind of paint in some ink as this will be a very hard shadow underneath, and it will come in around there, and then we'll probably see a bit there. I'm going to shape that curve there a bit as well. And then that will be quite a large dark shadow there. So this will be a very hard, dramatic shadow. And to smooth that little bit that I made a mistake on there. And then that will go something like that. And then inside here, we're also going to have shadow in there, and shadow in there like that, and like that. Now I'm going to put shadow in there to give that the depth of that cap. There's a little kind of cap on the top here. Can you see the depth of it there? And I'm just going to put a tiny bit of shading in there too. I think we maybe need a little bit of shading to make it definite that this is standing up. And then you might have a brand name in there and a brand name in there. And I think also we need a little bit of shading in here. So I'm just going to do a little bit of shading like that. And there, and I'm going to leave it at that. There you go, how to draw a finger spinner. Thanks for watching, and you can support this channel and get so much more on my Patreon page. Click to find out more. Make sure you are subscribed to the Shoo Rayner Drawing Channel on YouTube, and in the meantime, keep drawing, practice, and I'll see you next time. You take care now, bye bye.